Welcome back to Welsh Miniature Board Gamer, and today we're going to have a go at doing Mission 3, Survive. Now if you've been following along, you'll know that this is my fourth mission, but the rescue mission of Vasquez was kind of a side mission, so it's not considered as counting towards the campaign missions. So, the briefing for this mission is Newt and Ripley have been locked inside the medbay by the evil Burke, who's run off, and he's locked these bulkheads behind him. He's trapped them with two facehuggers, and the facehuggers will act just as a normal aliens in movement-wise. If they capture or kill you, they impregnate you, and you can carry on the game as per normal. But at the end of the game, you're considered a casualty, so your score will be deducted at the end, even though you managed to play through the game with a chest burster inside you. Now the rules for facehuggers sound a little bit different to what it says on the card, but in the FAQ they kind of cleared up that you have to be captured or killed in order to be pregnated, not just knocked down. Ripley and Newt are unable to open doors because they've been blocked from the outside, so they're relying on the Marines to break through using their tech tests. Ripley is unarmed because Burke ran off with her gun, and she can't arm herself until she interacts with this box or crate. We also have sentry guns. The sentry guns will fire upon anyone in their front arc indiscriminately. They shake 2 dice, hitting on 7 or less. They'll take out an entire blip when they hit it, and they do not reveal blips because these are the sentry guns seeing them, not an actual Marine, so they can't report back what they saw. Here is the tracker for how many bullets are left in the sentry gun, and this is what turn we're on. And on turn 2, we start picking motion tracker cards. On turn 4, we start shaking the dice. And if on turn 4 we shake 4 or less, on turn 5, 5 or less, turn 6, 6 or less, etc., Bishop has managed to remotely bring down a dropship, and we can finally try to escape. So at that point, we will shake to see which one of these exits become our extraction point. I think that pretty much sums up what's going to happen. So let's get started. So first of all, Hicks is going to draw a card, and it's body armor. So he's going to hold that in his hand. He's going to move. 1, 2, 3, 4. And another one. Unfortunately, these doors have got little knobs on the sides of them, so he can't cut from this square to this square. Otherwise, he would have been able to get there in one action, which would have been really cool. But there you go, he can't do that. So next, Hicks is going to move up. 1, 2, 3, 4. And stand behind. Sorry, we did them the wrong way. We're going to have Hicks move there and Hudson move there. Then we're going to have Frost. He's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. And 5 to move there. Vasquez is starting this game without any pieces of equipment, because I feel like because we rescued her in the last game, she should start with no equipment. Even though technically, before each mission, you're allowed to pick a piece of equipment for each of your people, etc. But I'm playing it as more thematic, that she hasn't got anything because she was rescued last turn and is unarmed. So that's the end of... No, sorry, it's not the end of the Marine phase, because we've got Ripley and Newt. But they're going to just stand there because there's nothing really for them to do. So they're over to the alien phase. So activate aliens. Well, that's when the facehuggers go. So it's going to move up here and it's going to attack Ripley. Ripley has got a defense of 5 and I shook a 1. So not only does she defend against it, she also manages to kill that facehugger. The second one moves up. 1, 2, 3 and attack Ripley again. Again, I need 5 or less. And I shook a 9, so she's knocked down. So next we're going to move these blips. So the ones on this board move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The ones on the far board moves 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So those are going to move up there. Because they come in contact with the door, it's opened. The smart gun can see them. So it opens fire on the first blip, hitting on 7s. And I should double 1, so definitely hit them. So we don't reveal what they were, but they have been blasted off the board. And it's blasted the complete blip, not just a single model. That's the good thing about the sentry guns. It fires again, and it kills that last blip over there that you can see. It goes down to 350, and the doors will close because there's no one adjacent to the doors anymore. So we'll be over to turn 2, because we didn't have any motion cards this turn, because it was turn 1. And we go to marine phase. So I will draw another card with Hex, and it's a pistol. So I'm going to put it in my hand, and he's going to try and open the door. 2, he manages to do it because his tech is 5, so he breaks that door down. So he's got a second action. Okay, so it looks like Ripley might have had it, and that won't be very good, but there you go. So with his second action, he's going to... He'll move up to here. And then we've got Hudson. Hudson is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's going to try and open the door. So he's got a tech of 6. And I shook a 4, so he breaks the door down. That was his second action though, so he's unable to fire this turn. So then we got Frost. Going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And he's going to stand there. That's Kez's turn. 1, 2, 3. And she's going to stay there. Little Newt is going to run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And hide behind this crate. And then it would be over to alien phase. Now, Ripley has started in contact, knocked down by the facehugger. Therefore, she becomes impregnated because she would be considered captured this turn. So I put the facehugger on Ripley's character. So she can carry on playing as per normal, but she has got the chest burster inside her, so she will be a casualty at the end of the game. So we've moved all the aliens, so we're over to the blips. This blip moves 1, so they just move up to there, and this sentry gun opens fire. Hitting on 7s, kills the first blip with a 4 and a 2, and kills the second blip with a 7 and a 6. And I'm knocking it down twice, so 300, 250. So it's got 250 rounds left, and this sentry, this blips move 2, 1, 2. So it moves 1, and then the sentry gun opens fire, hitting on 7s. So it kills 1 blip and 2 blips. And then these ones move up, and it opens fire, 3 and a 1, and a 10 and 10. So it missed with that one, but it opened fire 4 times, so we knock it down 4 times. Down to 250 also on that gun. So if the blip had moved more, so if it had carried on moving, the sentry gun would shoot each time it moves within line of sight, just so that you know. So it's turn number 2, so we start picking motion tracker cards. So it says place a blip on 2. Players must either discard 1 barrier in play or put a second blip on 1. Well, I wish that had happened in the previous turn, but there you go. So we put a blip on 1. And for our second card, place 2 blips on 2. Like so. If there is 1 or more hazard cards in the discard pile, randomly select 1 and place it back into your exhaust pile. Well, obviously there isn't because we have no cards in that pile. So that's the end of the aliens phase, and we're over to marine phase, turn 3. Right, so now that we have rescued, sort of, Newt and Ripley, we're going to... Is Hudson going to pick up a card? Go on, he'll pick up a card, because it might be an equipment. Alright, no it isn't. It's resolve an event. So I can reveal a card to make a character, take an action, recycle a card from the discard pile, or discard up to 3 cards from the endurance deck, recycling 4 cards. Yeah, so I'm going to just put it in my hand for now as a reroll probably, and then I'm going to move Hicks. Before I do anything, Hicks is going to give Vasquez the pistol that he's got in his hand. So that doesn't actually count as an action. It's just step 3 of what they can do on the card. Now it does cost 1 card to do it though. So now Vasquez is at least armed with a pistol, which isn't great, but it's better than nothing. So then Hicks is going to move. That's his first action. His second action, he will recycle the card. There's only 1 there, but he'll recycle it. And then we'll have Hudson move. And then we'll have Frost move. And Vasquez. And finally we'll have Ripley move. And Newt will just stay where she is. So then we've got alien phase. There are no aliens revealed on the board. So we moved over to blips. So the blips on this board are moving 1. So they're taking their time. And this one moves 2. So it moves 1 and the smart gun opens fire. 7 and a 7. So it hit, killing the blip. But if it hadn't, it would move there and the assault rifle, the sentry gun would have fired again, killing, well, hopefully killing it. So we're down to 200 and 250 rounds on our sentry guns. There's nothing else to do but do the motion phase. So motion tracker, put a blip on 4. I can't quite make it out whether I should automatically fire on that blip. I'm assuming not until it actually moves, even though somehow it appeared there, so it moved to get to that point. But technically I'm thinking that it just dropped down and the sentry gun hasn't fired yet until it actually moves, not just it appears. So the text on the card says exhaust 1 card for each character within line of sight. There are no characters within line of sight. So the next one, place a blip on 3 and reveal a card. It's a hazard. It says if it's a hazard, place another blip on 3. Oops. Yeah, so it's revealed, so it goes back into the endurance pile under the reshuffle. Another blip on 3. And it's over to Marine turn 4. So this is the first chance that the Marines might actually have a dropship land. And I shook a 6. So he failed. Bishop failed to get the dropship down yet. So it's over to Hicks's turn. Hicks is going to draw a card, because you never know. He might get a good gun that he can give to Vasquez. And it's body armor. So he's going to put that in his hand. So his next action, he's going to stay there and do nothing. And actually, everybody in that group, apart from Ripley, are going to do the same. They're just going to stand there and wait. Ripley is going to open the chest, interact with it. So that's one action. And I can look through the cards and pick a weapon for her. So she is going to pick... She's going to pick a pulse rifle, I think. Pulse rifle suits Ripley. And then I shuffle the cards and put them back on the deck. And then it's over to alien phase. So, activate any aliens we can see. There aren't any. So we start moving blips. So this alien is going to move 5. So as soon as it moves, 1, The sentry gun opens fire on him, killing it on a 1 and a 4. Then we're going to move these ones. They're moving 1. They're still moving very slowly, very cautiously. Then we're going to move these ones. They're moving 6, so they move 1 and get fired upon. 7 and a 5, so they're destroyed. Knocking this gun down to 250. And then it fires at this one. 3 and a 5, destroys it, knocking it down to 100 rounds. These ones move 3. 1, 2, 3. And it's over to motion tracker phase. They're inside the perimeter. Place a tunnel token next to a character. So we've only got one character here, right in front of poor old Hicks. And then it says reveal a card. It's an event, so I put it back in the bottom because it was revealed. And it says if it's an event or armor, place 1 blip on the tunnel token. Okay, obviously I can see it, so it's 4 aliens. Ouch. So the first one that we've actually been able to see is a big party, like so. So that was the first card. So our second card is place 1 blip on 3. If this spawn point already has a blip or an alien, okay, it doesn't, so we don't have to worry about that. So then it's over to turn 5, marine phase. So does Bishop manage to bring down the dropship? 2, he has. Okay, so which exit did he bring it to? 1, 2, 3, it's going to be this one down here. 4, 5, 6 is going to be B. 4, 5, 6 is on exit B. Right, okay. So it's marine phase. I'm not going to pick up a card with Hicks because I think I've probably picked up enough. Hicks is going to start opening fire. So he's expending a card, hitting on 7s. And he shook a 4, so he kills an alien. He's going to expend another card, hitting on 6s. And he shook a 7, so he missed. He's going to expend a card in order to shoot at it. To re-roll that one, sorry. I shook a 9, so he failed. That was his first action. So for his second action, he's going to expend a card to fire, hitting on 5s. And I shook a 4, so he manages to kill another one. So expending another card, because of his full auto, hitting on 4s. And I shook a 1, so he manages to kill another alien. So there's 1 alien left. Hitting on 3s, he's going to may as well carry on firing. And he shakes a 5, so he failed. So then it's... Ooh, alright, so he's going to get Hudson to move. 1, 2, 3. And he'll rest to get 3 cards back into our hand. Then Vasquez is going to rest as well to get the other 3 cards back into our hand. Ripley's just going to stand there, and Newt is going to do the same. But Frost is going to move here. So it's over to Aliens phase. And the alien attacks Hicks. Hicks has got a defense of 6. And I shook a 4, so he manages to fend off the alien. Whew, that was close. Right, so then we got the blips on that board are moving 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, well, 5 would be there. Yeah, there. But that one gets shot at, and he's got 1 action left. All right, so the smart gun fires at it. 4 and a 10, it manages to kill it and knock down the tracker to 150 rounds left in that gun. This one is going to move 2, so it moves 1, and the guns fire. A 5 and an 8, so it kills it, knocking the ammo down to 50. Then this blip moves 2, so it goes 1, 2. The door is opened, So it opens fire on them. Shaking a 6 and a 1. It kills them, but it's depleted all its rounds. So next is motion tracker phase. So motion tracker phase, we are drawing. They're everywhere. Place 3 blips on each tunnel token and spawn spot. Wow. Okay, so place 3 blips. So they're going to appear like so and reveal themselves. 1, 4, and 2. Like so. So that was probably the worst card you could possibly have. And then in the next one, place a tunnel token in a square that is within line of sight and next to your character. But it can't be next to him because every square is full. So within line of sight would be here. And reveal a card. It's an event, so place 1 blip on that tunnel. So it's going to instantly reveal itself to be 2. And then that's the alien turn. So over to marine turn 6. And what am I going to do? Alright, I am going to aim. And he's going to move. He's going to go 1, 2, 3. And stop there. And then he's going to order Frost to fire, expending 2 cards. Knocking his tracker down. And remember with the flamer, he hits everything that's adjacent to what he's aiming. So he's going to aim here and he can hit every one of them. So there's 2 in this block and he just killed both of them. There's 1 here and he kills that one. There's 2 in this block and he kills one of them. There's 1 here, we'll do that one. Okay, that one's fine. And there's 4 in this group. So he gets 6, 3, 3, 2. So he kills all of that group. And then for his second action, actually it says after firing, reveal a card. Okay, it's a weapon. So that doesn't actually mean anything. If it had been an event or an armor, he could have recycled 1 card. So with his second action, he is going to move 1, 2, 3 and hide behind the rest of them, while the door now is closed, so we can't actually see any of those aliens anymore. So yeah, so I'd have to move, but I'd rather have all the cover fire, I think. Right, yeah, Ripley is going to move here and just stand guard, and Newt is going to rest to put 2 cards back into the pile. What I'll do is with Vasquez, I will aim, and that would be the end of that marine phase. So we're over to alien phase. So these are going to move. So it's going to be 1, 2, and they can see them. 3. Alright, and then Hicks is going to expend a card to do defensive fire, hitting on 7s. And he missed. Okay. Sorry, he was hitting on 8s and he still missed. We're going to have Vasquez shoot, hitting on 7s, and she manages to kill the Xenomorph. Next, this one is going to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So again, Hicks is going to fire. Oops. Hicks is going to fire, hitting on 7s, and he shook a 7, so he manages to kill that alien. Next, we're going to have movement. So we'll start with these ones. I'm moving 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, the sentry gun is dry, so it can't fire and defend us. This group are going to move 2. like so. This group are going to move 6, but there are rounds in this one. So that one moves and it opens fire, getting a 2 and an 8, so it kills it, knocking it down to 100 rounds left on that gun. This one moves, it opens fire, getting a 1 and a 5, killing that blip, going down to the last 50 rounds. Then this one's going to move like so, and it opens fire, getting a 6 and a 10, so it kills them, but it runs dry. So then we're going to move every blip on that board, and they're going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like so. And then we're over to motion tracker phase. It says place 2 blips on 2. So 2 blips on 2 again. And reveal a card. It's armor, so nothing else happens. Next, place a blip on 4. Reveal a card. It's armor. Again, nothing happens. Getting lucky with those cards. So then it's over to marine phase on turn 7. Okay, Hicks is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. That opens the door, revealing these 2 blips. That's a 3 and a 1. For his second action, he is going to, of course, open fire. So he's hitting on 7s. And he shook a 2, so he kills one of these aliens. For his second action, for his fully auto, he's going to fire again, hitting on 6s. And he shook a 10, so he missed. And that ends his turn. I was hoping he would kill a few more than that, but beggars can't be choosers, I suppose. Alright, so we got Ripley's going to move next, because she's kind of expendable now. So she goes 1, 2, 3, 4. And she's going to open fire as well, hitting on 5s. And she gets a 2, so she kills one of these xenomorphs. So with full auto, she's going to fire again, hitting on 4s. And she gets 7, so she missed. Next, we're going to have Hudson move. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he is going to open fire, expending a card, and hitting on 6s. He shook a 7, so he missed. Yep. Then we got Frost. Frost is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. And he'll have to stay there. And Vasquez will move up behind him. Little Newt will move 1, 2, and she'll rest to get 4 cards back into our hand. So it's alien phase. So first of all, this alien is going to attack Hicks. So Hicks has got a defense of 6, and I should get 8, so he fails it. He is knocked down. This alien isn't adjacent because of that little knobbly bit on the door, so it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and attacks Hicks also. So he needs a 6 or less to defend against it. He doesn't, but he didn't have enough to be captured or killed, so he just stays knocked down. So next we're going to move all these blips. I'm moving 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so definitely these two can be seen to be 1 and 2. And then we're going to move this one, and it moves 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's in view, and it's 4 of them. And then we're going to move this board rather, 6. So that one's in view. There's 3 in there. That one's in view. There's 3 in that group. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not quite in view. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then finally, this table moves 2. And it's over to motion tracker phase. False alarm. Recycle 1 card. Okay, that's not so bad. We can live with a few of those. They're in the ceiling. Place 2 blips on 4. There's 4 over there. Okay. Place a tunnel token in a square that is within line of sight and next to your character. It's going to actually be by there. And it says reveal a card. So we reveal a weapon. Place 3 blips on that token. Okay. And the 3 blips are a 1, a 3, and a 3. I suppose that'll be there. 1, 3, and 3. So that's the end of the Xenomorph phase.